Welcome back to Solynod Hex, everyone. Today we're holding session number 422, and today's session is sponsored by our generous patrons and donors. Thank you very much, patrons and donors, for your pledges and donations. Players at this time, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and add 422 points to your player character for showing up on time. Thank you very much. And we will start session 422 by going back to Hang Mai, where the Order of the Superior Star was resting up before their next adventure. Shandrak had purchased a home in Hang Mai, northwest corner of the city, which has become a safe house for his followers. And actually, I think I'm going to turn animations off for right now because I forgot how complicated Hang Mai is. And then return order tracker. Oh yeah, I need to reconstruct that. I think it was pretty simple. It was just, yeah, 2 a.m. September 12th, 11 AE5. And I think there was an encounter you guys just had.
Yeah, we killed some ninja.
Yeah.
Despite Shandak's prudent request that we could question them.
Oh, that's right, because Ashriel sensed the evil in them and would not suffer them to live.
You think we could get him like a spa day?
Let's see. 2 a.m. September 12, 11 AE5 -1. Oh yeah, that's right. It's already on there. September 12. Oh, that's right, okay. Alright, so as you guys go back to bed or whatever, go ahead and arrange your tokens for 3 a.m. A storm starts to come down outside. I'll delete these smoke tokens.
So we won't be outside then.
There's a oh, I'm sorry. It's a gale. It's a gale. And there's no precipitation, so really, really windy. Branches are coming off the bamboo trees. You can hear every once in a while like a wooden shingle skip across your roof.
Get the insurance? Shandrak?
So gale force winds, but no rain. And I think I have... No, I don't. Okay. Maybe this. There we go. So you can hear this serious wind outside.
Before we would return to rest, I would like to try to search the bodies of the ninjas.
Sure. Let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 6. One of them made it inside the house.
Briefly.
Xamon tried to take him there.
Oh yeah, someone dragged a body in the house, right?
Yeah.
Well, he was alive when he got there. when he started.
All right. After searching the 6 ninja cadavers. Or is it 7? Oh, you knocked one of them out? Oh, that's right. Someone slew him. Okay. That's right. You knocked him out and then... Or some kind of spell. Put him to sleep with a spell or something.
After like 6 years, I learned the color spray is good.
Yeah. Alright. So there were 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 6 outside, 1 inside. You find 7 ninjato, which is a... it's very similar to a short sword, except it's the blade is only on one side. And it has a square tsuba, which is where the quillons would be on a western sword. Each one is wrapped in the handle is wrapped in leather, and it can be unwrapped and turned into a sling. Okay. There's a secret compartment on the end of each of them, where the pommel is. It pulls out. There's a small pin that you remove, and you pull out the pommel and it opens up, and there's a secret compartment inside of the handle. Very small. All of them are empty. And then the scabbard itself is a blowgun and can also be used as a reed or a snorkel to breathe underwater.
Oh, that's neat.
Each ninja had a total of 8 small shuriken. So a shuriken is a star-shaped razor blade, essentially, that's weighted for throwing. And each one had 8, so you find a total of 56 small shuriken. And each one had a weapon called a Kawanaga, which is essentially it's a weaponized grapnel. I'll put a picture of it in Discord. I can find a good one. Copy image and paste. So each one of them had this Kawanaga tied around their waist. It's essentially a grapnel on one end, and a rope with there's a knot on the other end, and it can be kind of whipped around like a whip, and can be used to cause damage. And it's also a really effective climbing tool. It like increases your base climbing chance with miscellaneous modifier of, it's like +5 or +10. I'll have to look it up. But very useful. And the rope is like silk rope, but it's only 20 feet long. So you can use it up to a range of oh, I'm sorry, it's 10 feet long. You can use it up to a range of 2 squares away. So it's only meant for climbing short walls, like 15 feet or less. And none of them had money or anything like that. Each one had a night suit. So you have 7 different night suits. If you want to strip them. Night suit consists of like really light, not silk, like maybe parts of it would be made of silk, like the edges around, like how a kimono has silk around the edges, kind of like that. But it's essentially a black gi with tighter pants. There are leg wrappings. The shoes are made of like this velvet material. They're black, of course, and they have the typical Adrian two-toed tip of the shoe that kind of divides the toes a little bit. I think it's the big toe and like middle toe from the, or big toe and index toe, or whatever you want to call it, from the middle and the other two. And then they had like a black shroud and a black headband so that their faces were covered. And when you strip them, none of them look familiar to you, like you've never seen these people before.
Okay, yeah, after that, and after examining the tools, I'd give one of the Kawanagas to Izane and Colt.
Oh, okay. Let's see if the stats of the Kawanaga are here. Weapon.
And Chandrak will look over to Asher and say, any of these sound fun to you?
Okay, Kawanaga
don't
is
know.
on this list. Sorry about that. Go
I
ahead.
don't. Oh, you're fine. I don't know that any of it's any better than what we have. It all looks pretty standard, except some more people do have some trouble climbing, and she kind of looks at the climbing implements you described. How heavy do they look?
Kawanaga weigh 1 pound.
Maybe we could give those to some of our more heavily clad friends who really seem to have some trouble with rope and walls, which I don't entirely understand, but they really seem to struggle.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be pretty helpful for them. That's something to hook on, so they don't have to use their hands and feet.
And she also looks at the scabbards you described that could double as snorkels, and says, also, it was mentioned to us that down in the swamp that they hoped we could swim. I can't swim, and ideally we won't have to. Varen mentioned that he has, he has a spell that can help us move the water, and Varen nods solemnly, and she says, but if it comes to it, I don't think we'll be sorry to have these.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So I misspoke earlier. The Kawanaga is essentially a grapnel with a rope. So if you attach it to a wall, it turns the condition from wall to rope and wall. I forgot.
Okay. Which
yeah.
we would just do anyway. Okay. Then I would ignore that.
Right, but this is really quick. You don't have to have someone climb up first. You just you throw the grapnel up, and if it latches or whatever, then you have rope and wall condition, rather than someone climb up on just a wall first.
Chandrak, I don't know if you have room for one of these in your chest or something, but it probably couldn't hurt. But I definitely recommend that we take these snorkels just in case.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, sorry, what did you say?
So they're essentially a blowgun. They have the same stats as a blowgun.
Okay.
And
did you say something? Sorry.
Michael, are you muted?
I could have sworn I heard Tenzi a couple of times. All right.
Yeah.
I just said okay.
Okay. Yeah. What were you suggesting that I put in my chest? Sorry.
One of those grapnels, if you don't care.
Oh yeah, I can fit one of those, no problem. Only a pound.
Yeah, it's a small grapnel and a 10-foot extension of rope with a knot on the end, so that it's easier to grip when you're spinning it around and whacking people in the head with it. It also gives you a +4 to pull trip maneuvers, but obviously you have to be proficient with it to do that. And then the scabbards for the ninja toe have the same stats as a blowgun, which, let's see, find blowgun. Blowgun needles, you can put poison on them, obviously. A blowgun weighs 2 pounds, so the scabbard is 2 pounds. They're large weapons. Their speed is 5, and you can shoot them twice per round, so they're pretty fast. The range is 246, so it's relatively short range. And then there's 2 different weapons you can use with it. There's a barbed dart, which is meant for basically for doing damage. It does D3, D2, so it's kind of similar to like a knife. And then a needle does only 1 damage when it hits, but those are meant to transport poison. So if you have, poison on you, you can dip needles in there and shoot them out the end of the blowgun.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was done. Sorry.
As Karanglor kind of considers the trip maneuver that potential that you described, he kind of tilts his head and looks at Tensi and says, I have observed that you have acquired some proficiency in taking advantage of enemies who have lost their balance and are falling. If I learn this weapon, perhaps I could create opportunities for you. Would this be a good combination, perhaps?
Perhaps it could.
Okay. Karanglor actually has 2 open weapon proficiencies. So one I should have done a long time ago. I'm gonna invest another one into, and I'll do this at the end of the session since we're in the middle of it. I'll invest another one into Blade Song so that he can also get the other bonus from that, and then I will. What is this weapon called?
Kawanaga.
Kawanaga. I'll invest the other into Kawanaga, and he will begin practicing with that. We'll take one.
And also, regular blowguns are 6 or 7 feet in length. So those are the only ones that can shoot the barbed darts. These short ones are about 2 feet long. And they can only shoot needles. So with a ninja toe scabbard blowgun, you can only shoot a needle. And then the needles are really light. Probably like, I don't know, like 1/100 of a pound or 1/10 of a pound or whatever. And then they don't penetrate heavy armor. If a target is protected by a full suit of brigandine mail or plate of any kind, the attacker suffers an additional -4 to his attack roll to try to penetrate, the armor. And brigandine is samurai armor. So Oyori kind of protects from blowguns a little bit.
Yeah, Asher doesn't really fuck with poison too much, except for when she's trying to do something non-lethal. But she is interested in. We have to snorkel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you use it as a snorkel, you can essentially lay on your back underwater and hold it up to your mouth and breathe through it, and it just looks like you're a reed on the surface. So it's used to do hide and shadows in water for like long periods of time. So you could lay there for like an ambush or something. I'm sure you come up with different uses for that.
Yeah.
All right.
And how many are there?
7.
7.
Yeah, 7 blowguns.
How much do they weigh?
2 pounds.
What if we just take the scabbard and then not the blade?
Yeah, that's all.
The blade itself is like 3 pounds or something.
Okay, so the scabbard is the 2. I don't know if you have room for that in your chest, or if not, I'll find some character that can carry it, Chandrak.
Yeah, I can carry that for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And Chandrak will he'll carry one for himself as well.
Oh, the ninja toe is 5 pounds. Yeah, ninja toes do D8, D6, so it's the same against medium creatures as a longsword. It's a pretty good weapon, and it's way faster than a longsword. It's speed of 3 instead of speed of 5. You can use it for slashing and piercing. So you can cut with it or stab with it. Alright. Let's see. Players this time, go ahead and if you could roll base size initiative for me. And arrange your characters for where they would be at 3 o'clock in the morning. Alright, so at 3 o'clock in the morning, Erdrin can hear the secret knock at the gate.
Here's a knock at the gate.
The secret knock at the gate.
I don't remember what that one is.
He remembers.
Okay.
It's a secret knock between him and, Zane and Colt and the rest of your followers for when they want to enter as a friendly. And they're alone.
Alright, then cool, yeah. Then Erdrin will continue forward and open up the door for our new guest.
Okay. So you unbar the door. The door should open up.
Oh, yeah.
And on the other side is a busty, fat halfling woman with big bare feet covered in coarse black hair. She's dressed all in black with leather armor underneath. She has a lumpy backpack over which hangs a longsword bedecked with etching and slung on a baldric which waves gallantly as she waddles around. And she steps in and says, "Hello, Erdrin." Or, sorry, I need to turn on my voice changer.
Hello, Erdrin.
Hello. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
I fought a lot of demons since we last met. What have you been up to?
Trying to find all of you. I've been tracking you down.
Well, it took you long enough.
Is this the new safe house?
Yeah, we got it yesterday.
Good.
Come on in. Everyone's further inside.
Alright. And she shuts the door. And comes up to the house with you. So you know Maldrita as one of the spies that that Ezane uses usually in foreign lands. And she's a fairly experienced spy. You know that she's a harefoot halfling and speaks the common tongue and the halfling tongue. And that sword of hers she carries is definitely magical. And she kind of steps in and takes a look around at everyone. And she says, Ezane, I'm here. When do you want me to start?
And Ezane will pop out of her hiding place.
And Ezane says,
In the morning, after you've rested, you'll begin operations here in Hang Mai.
and she nods. And unslings her baldric and her backpack and kind of waddles her way through the rooms looking for a place to sleep. And she finds this little room right here and kind of sets out her little bedroll in the corner and unpacks a few of her things, some food, water, and change of clothes. And just kind of sets up to go to sleep for the night or morning or whatever. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so. All right. First up is three a.m. 12. First up is Asher and Company.
Yeah, so Asher's kind of observes. Actually, Bombos is gonna drop his stealth. I didn't realize he was still in it. Yeah, Asher just kind of observes this person come in, and Chandrak and his Ain seem comfortable with her, so she's kind of, nods in her direction as she passes, and huddles a little bit further against the wall, and she's rested, but she's just waiting for Dawn, and says, "I really hope this wind lets up, or I don't know if we're gonna make much ground tomorrow, if we should even try it." That'll be it for now.
Okay. Chandrak.
Erdrin, after closing and locking up the door, he will come back inside and go back over this corner and hide in shadows again. And Chandrak will come up to Ezane and say, so tell me about the newcomer.
Well, she's a halfling, as you know. We picked her up on Castle Downs. Back in Panoplia, her people kind of wander around the plains. And as far as I know, she worships Brandobarus, the halfling god of stealth, thievery, and adventuring. So it's in her blood. What was that?
That sounds like a fun god.
She comes from a lower class family of manual laborers. They apparently dig the irrigation ditches that the halflings use to water their crops. They've been doing that for generations. She didn't want to do it, so she came with us.
Their skills would go to waste digging ditches.
Yeah, she's pretty skilled, and we've been using her for a while, so she's fairly dependable. At least as dependable as I am.
Oh, wonderful. You've been a good right-hand man to me so far.
So she'll be able to collect all kinds of intelligence in this area. We'll probably know a little bit more about what's going on with the Shogun and the atmospherics in Hang Mai.
Yeah. We'll need to know about that. In the future, I plan to be buying a spell from Adolf that will allow me to communicate to you over distances. So you might occasionally hear my voice in your mind, and you'll be able to respond to me with a short sentence back.
Oh, is that sending?
Yes. Adolf and Nim said they use that spell to communicate to each other. So I intend to buy that from Adolf.
Interesting. Very well, I look forward to it.
Very smart.
And Tenzi and Company.
Tenzi asks Musashi if the Imperial retainers, if was their mission to protect the Avatar.
With that, let's take our first emergency break. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. Could you type that question in chat for me? We'll be
Sure.
right back in 3. Alright, I'm back. Was that you, Asher?
Yes.
Okay. Is Tenzi there?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm here.
And we've got Shandrak. It's like 3 seconds left. Alright, we're back from our surprise 3-minute break. Sorry about that. Let's see. Tenzi asked Musashi, isn't it the duty of the Imperial retainers to guard the avatar of Ushas? And he replies, yes. But he also says,
unfortunately for me, I am no longer a retainer. I am now your retainer. I was sent into exile as a Ronin, and now I serve you, my master.
We are partners, my friend, but I wonder if perhaps we should send the remaining Imperial retainers to Mingdao to guard the Avatar, since there is a threat against her life.
As far as I know, the new avatar of Ushas wants to come here. Weren't we supposed to bring her here?
Yes, but it's not safe here either yet until we deal with the Shogun.
I would let the God Empress be the judge of that. As you well know, no evil creature can come within 100 miles of her.
It didn't protect her a lot. That power did not protect her before. I will commune with Lucius herself to find what her desire is. And that'll be the end of our turn.
Very well, my master.
And end of round. And you can hear Maldrita kind of unpacking. And she says,
It's so windy out there, I almost lost my hat 3 times. I had to hold it on my head.
It's shame. It's a great hat.
The wind bites right through these clothes. It's a good thing it's summertime. Anyways, I think I'm gonna get some shut-eye. I've got a lot of work to do. We know virtually nothing of the atmospherics here.
Yeah, you'll need the rest.
Good night, everybody.
Hey.
and she kind of lays down on her bedroll, rolls over, and kind of tucks herself in. She leaves the door open just in case anyone else wants to sleep in there, because she knows the back room is probably going to be used as interrogation room. So, first up is Asher and Company.
Yeah, just kind of looking uneasily toward the front door where she hears the sound of wind, and kind of gritting her teeth and shaking her head. I really didn't want to wait another day, but I know our hill won't do very well this weather. That'll be it for now. Sorry, she does add, but it does sound like Shandrek has somewhere to be, so maybe it's for the best.
And with that, Shandrak and Company.
Shandrak will turn to Asher and say, "Well, the wind, it's what it changes. It's what it does. We still have a long time before we're heading out for the day. It could change before then."
She kind of chuckles and says, "Yeah, I guess patience has never been one of my virtues."
And then Shandrak is already next to Musashi, so Shandrak will ask Musashi, well, which would you like me to proof for you first? Your weapon or your kote, perhaps? I can give you 3 proofings now.
I believe the kote would be 2 separate items.
Yes.
And then the weapon. Yes, that would be most appreciated.
Alright, so Shandrak will just be working on proofing Musashi's both of his kotes and his katana. So that'll be taking a while.
Alright. Tenzi and Company.
Tenzi's going to move back. I'm sorry. Tenzi's going to move back to the back room and begin to cast. I forgot the name of it. Commune.
Okay. That takes 10 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything in the meantime?
Yeah, Shandrak reminded me that Karen Glor has a proof against combustion spell he wants to use on something, so I'll just
All right.
go through and figure out what I want to cast that on, that's all.
Okay. And then anyone on Shandrak's group want to do anything in the meantime?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, so I'll just advance the tracker. Alright. And end of round at 3:11. Tenzi finishes casting Commune. And communes with Ushas. So that gives you
So yes or no question for
could you roll
for
the template for me?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Oh,
I don't
fun commune.
I don't see it under Priest 5.
Yep, you're right. I never made a spell template for it. Okay.
Yeah, it's one question per level.
Fun. 5th level priest spell. Questions that can be answered by a simple yes or no. One such question for every experience level he has attained. Optionally, DM may give a single short answer of 5 words or less. Spell will, at best, provide information to aid character decisions. Entities communed with structure their answers to further their own purposes. It is probable that DM will limit the use of commune spells to 1 per adventure, 1 per week, or even 1 per month. For the greater powers, dislike frequent interruptions. It's I'm good with like 1 per session, I guess. Per deity. So question 1.
I put it in the chat.
She answers. She answers, the plot is the same. She answers, She answers if he can stop himself. She answers mostly. She answers, safety is an illusion. That was 4, so this should be 5. She answers, stop Tenebris at all costs. She answers yes.
My God, my typing's going to heck here.
So for our viewers, this is a commune spell with the goddess Ushas. We're now on question number 7. Our plan to attack the temple to the south includes the use of lower water to help us navigate the swamp. Will one be sufficient? Fourth level pre-spell, I assume. Lower water spell causes water similar fluid in the area to sink away from. Okay, area of effect is special. The depth can be lowered up to 2 feet for every experience level of the priest. The water is lowered within a square area whose sides are 10 feet long per caster level. Thus, an 8th level priest affects a volume up to 16 feet by 80 feet by 80 feet. A 9th level caster affects a volume up to 18 feet by 90 feet by 90 feet and so on. In extremely large and deep bodies of water, such as deep ocean, the spell creates a whirlpool that sweeps ships and similar craft downward, putting them at risk and rendering them unable to leave by normal movement for the duration of the spell. When cast on water elementals and other water-based creatures, the spell acts as a slow spell. The creature moves at half speed. She answers no. Are you there, Michael? Okay, there we go.
Yep. If anyone else has a question, just let me know. I got 5 more.
You guys can see Tenzi is sweating bullets right now, praying with all his heart. And there's little beads of like sweat mixed with blood starting to appear on his forehead. And it sounds like he's talking to somebody, but you don't hear any voices. She answers. Yes.
Sure, Shandrak, you have anything you want to know?
Yeah, I'm typing one in
Um,
Discord.
3 more questions, right? Oh no, you're level 12 now. 4 more. So number 9, she answers, I do not know. And then number 10,
I'll ask Shandrak's question for number 10. Does the Nozira Ninja Clan have a copy of the Mana?
so she answers yes. Does the Nozira clan have a copy of the Demonomicon? Yes.
know if it's too late, but yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
So his body isn't buried near where the Shogun is.
You didn't ask that question.
I asked if he's near him. I didn't ask if he was alive or dead.
That was the answer she gave you. Limpopo is dead.
Okay. That's the end of my question.
Okay. And see, time now is should be 24. Does anyone want to do anything for the rest of the night?
No, I'll just be using my all three of my proving versus combustions to prove Musashi's sword and his two kote.
Okay.
If Tenzi shares the questions and answers he got, does he?
After he recovers from
Yeah.
the trauma, he will share the information that he gained.
Well, when he talks about Limpopo, Asher says, "Oh, I know where his body is. He fought this epic battle with with oh God, what's his name? If on show. Yeah, we killed him and we left him in." She kind of thinks and says, "Was it Ilsensian Temple? It might have been. For sure we killed him and left his body there. It might be swarming with monsters by now, but we could probably get you back there."
Good to know.
And let's see. So remember this place?
I thought that was where they fought. Or yeah. Oh yeah, we moved it. So yeah. I was like, oh, never mind. It's not underground anymore.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to do for the rest of the night? All right. So, All right, 7 o'clock rolls around, and everyone's fully rested. It is September 12th. Summer. All right. By 7 in the morning, the wind dies down and becomes becalmed.
Oh, you were right, Shandrak. It's much better now.
The wind changes all the time.
Without precipitation, so no rain or anything. Did daylight turn back on? I don't see any red, so daylight should be on now. You can hear, the hustle and bustle of things starting up outside, people talking to each other in the distance, and the sound of cartwheels and ting-tinging of bladesmiths and blacksmiths and whatnot. So time now. Is 7 a.m. and first up is Asher and Company.
All right, almost time to go. I bet Adolf's probably awake by now. Did you still need to have take care of some business there, Shandrak? Are you ready to do that?
Yeah, if you want to start with that, I think it's a good idea. We're going to a pretty dangerous spot, so I think I got a couple spells I'd like to try to get from him if I can.
All right, Asher kind of looks around and says, "Anybody want to go with him? Or we can all go and then just portal from Minervia City to oh, we would just be coming back here anyway."
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. Gargamon says I'll come with him if if nobody else wants to come, just to keep him company.
I will need to go to bring him back. And Asher says, "Yeah, I'll go too. Keep you safe."
Yeah.
And Varen will, from where he's at, just look over. Oh, Bombosa, yeah. Varen will look over toward where the door is and create a dimensional folding portal next to the door.
Did you study my house?
What? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, he's been here a while. Sorry. Varen will carefully study the house. I guess
Okay.
the courtyard.
Yeah, he's slept here, so it's
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, he'll make a portal and.
well, he doesn't sleep, but
Yeah. And he'll make a portal to Minervia City.
for For some reason, my token search thing is not working. Alright, so who steps through?
Shandrak and Gargamon.
Nasher and Varen.
And Tenzi and Musashi.
Hey, can you put those tokens over here, please?
I turned off. I'm sorry.
Right down here, please.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
What level spell is that?
A 4.
And
me go ahead and roll
Varen's
it on
casting
Varen.
it?
Yeah.
And what was it called?
Dimensional folding.
Dimensional folding, there it is. 12th level caster. And where exactly did you want to go?
We want to go to Enervia City. We want to eventually end up in at the castle where is the last place we saw Adolf Gall. But I think usually when we portal in, it's over near the Red Carpet Inn.
It's pretty far from the castle. Are you sure you want to go there?
I mean, if we can get closer to the castle without like Legion Tenzi to 200 years old, yeah, let's do it.
You've been in the courtroom several times.
Yeah, we have.
I know Varen
Yep.
has.
Yeah.
Do you want to go straight to the courtroom or like outside the castle walls, inside the castle walls?
Let's do right outside the castle walls. I don't want to. It seems like that would be disruptive. Don't mind us, we're just shopping.
There it